Here we are at the end of all things. I've been doing this for years. I never really had a successful video, but my video on Goonies 2 was relatively successful. I got some subscribers from it. Didn't get monetized, but I'm not bitter. Not bitter at all. You know, what can I say? People really love Goonies 2. And they love talking about it just like I do. So it was a way to connect. There's something about the combination of like the Metroidvania and the, you know, first person point and click adventure that just is very unique to Goonies 2. I was happy to go and talk about its uniqueness and how special and singular it was with everyone. And then as soon as the video posted, someone came into my Discord, an old friend, and mentioned that there's another game exactly like Goonies 2. It's called Dr. Chaos. Ah, yes, Dr. Chaos. Oh man, would you look at this cover? Dang. Ugh. In terms of when it came out, pretty much came out at exactly the same time as Goonies 2. You know? So, yeah, I guess it's just two people just miraculously dancing to the same drum beat. Dr. Chaos, or Dokata Kaosu Jigoku no Tobina, in Japan, is about, after a really impressive opening title screen, which is like animated and has like a little story to it. Love it. And the skull. Okay, so the story is about a supervillain mad scientist named Dr. Jin Chaos. That's Jin with a G, if you wondered. I'm pretty sure this is the reason why they had to call Butter's character in South Park Professor Chaos and not Dr. Chaos. It's because the name was already taken, okay? If you ever read Lovecraft's Beyond, you probably get the idea here. So, mad scientist opens up a portal to other worlds, probably full with horrifying abominations of a Lovecraftian nature, and subsequently disappears. So his friend, Michael, Mikey, the character's name is Mikey. So they took the gameplay, took the premise, took the setting, took the main character's full name, and I think even took the nose. There, yeah. They took his nose, okay? Wow. This is starting to become not a coincidence. Okay. The way it works is you go through the house, and it's one house. So unlike the Fratelli's secret lair, it's not like an entire resort full of dilapidated buildings and underground caverns. So it's just the one house. It's a big house, but it's still just one house, okay? Does it have 3 floors plus an attic? Yes. Does it have a basement? Yes. Does it have a shed in the backyard? Yes. Okay. It is maximum house. Okay. Call the realtor. Okay. Get an appraisal because there's a lot of house here. Okay. But still, it's one house. There's a finite amount of doors you can go into. In each door is a first-person point-and-click adventure screen. But here, the screen is bigger. There's no tools to confuse you. There's no repeated actions, you know? So you don't have to use every tool on every square inch of every room to progress. You just have to tap things to get items or find secrets. You just do the one thing over and over again instead of doing 5 things over and over again. So you're going to be hitting the couch. You're going to be hitting the credenza. You're going to be hitting the closet. You're going to be opening windows, opening doors, and then you're going to be hitting the armoire, hitting the cabinets, hitting the walls. But the most important thing for you to hit is that subscribe button. Go to it, fellas. Oh, and if you look at this, you can turn around and actually see the door that you walked into the room in. This completely solves the criticisms that the Angry Nerd had for Goonies 2. It totally solves them all. You can definitely walk around, look at all 4 walls, and go back out the door you came. You will find breaks in the wall to get up, to get into the basement, get out of the basement. You'll find lots of grenades and ammo to help you fight the monsters. But ultimately, what you need to do is find the 7 zones. Now, in my mind, they're all just his backyard, like extending out. But according to the manual, according to the story, they're interdimensional portals. So either has a very, very nice backyard, monsters aside, or the windows in his study and bathroom all go to different dimensions. Now, however you play it, the point is to find, and this is an important thing to know. You need to know ahead of time that you could jump out a window to reach one of the 7 zones. Okay, so just you go into windows. Okay, now obviously there's going to be like doors that are facing the back of the house, opposite of where you came in. Though those are good places to try to find a level. But also, if there's a window facing the opposite of where you came in, that's also a good place to try to find a hidden level. Okay, and all the levels are hidden. It's hidden this, hidden everything. Of course, you might as well be playing Mylon Secret Castle because everything's hidden. Yeah. So you find the zones. You pretty much have to get them in order, and you collect the 7 pieces of an interdimensional ray gun. It makes sense or whatever. And with that, you can defeat the final boss and beat the game. So the real gameplay loop here, the real point of satisfaction is finding and defeating these 7 zones. Because I tell you, you could walk around in circles for an hour in this admittedly large house and not find any Nintendo to do. Or you could find the zones and just go right at it. You could look up a map on Google, find a walkthrough, just be told where they are, Or you could, see if you could find them yourself, which is the real challenge. The levels are that they're levels. They go from left to right. So, that's great. And, it does have that horror element of limited health pickups, limited ammo, a la Sweet Home or Resident Evil. So there's that going for it. But ultimately, the real crux of the gameplay, the thing that you're there to do, is do the work and find these zones, okay, that sprawl out into like a jungle pitfall adventure. So after playing Dr. Chaos, am I now a Dr. Chaos convert? Am I going to chuck my Goonies 2 for Dr. Chaos? And I think no. No. For one thing, no Cyndi Lauper soundtrack. No. Very, very basic music, if at all, in Dr. Chaos. Sorry. Had to say it. There's one thing that they do pretty good in Dr. Chaos, and I really have to commend them for doing this. There are jump scares with consequences in an NES game with point click interactivity. I'm going to stop there. I don't want to spoil the porridge. Yeah, this is a Goonies 2 game with more horror elements, greater difficulty, and yet better controls and jump scares. So, well, there you go. Well, That's what I have to say about Dr. Chaos. You guys, if you're that hardcore of a Goonies 2 fan, which from my perspective, I feel like you are, I think you should probably check out Dr. Chaos. If for no other reason, then you will play the only other game in the universe that is in any way remotely like Goonies 2. So, there's your value for your ticket right there. Okay, so it's been a great journey, and I'm glad to have taken it with you. You guys out there, take care of yourselves, and remember, a little play goes a long way.